Well, I try to have a very good Thanksgiving, everybody. Meanwhile, just the PS4 going on a couple of weeks right now, and what do I think about it this far? Well, I completed Knack. It's a very disappointing game here. Um, I beat Knack, and what was this? Okay, it was a promising game here, um, but at the end, it's just. I mean, I played it, beat it. It just wasn't a $60 game. I can see Knack more of a $19.99 price tag than a $59.99 price tag. It just felt like a $20 game. Sure, the graphics are a step up with the PS3, but really, I mean, aside from the story, like, what do you do? What's the gameplay for out there? Oh, you jump through a couple of platforms. You press X, 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 X. Excuse me, square, 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 square. Jump, square, 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 square. Oh, dodge a couple of bullets. Square, 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 square. And yeah, it's just shallow. I mean, did Sony? Did they even put it over here? I even read IGN's reviews of this one. It's like a 5.5 or whatever it is here, and I have to agree with this one here. The ending's off. I mean, the ending sucks. I mean, is they really putting the effort in the gameplay or whatever it is here? Like, for sakes, man. And yeah, well, this is with the furnace going off here, but couple of good news out there. Sony has bringing Crash Bandicoot. There's a sign of bringing Crash Bandicoot back to the PS4. So we might see another Crash Bandicoot game. We might, it's a good time. I mean, it's a very good thing that we're bringing back the classics to the system. I'm really glad that we might have a return of what the great games back in the 90s and 2000s here, and hopefully they won't screw it up. But it appears to me that well, it appears to me that Sony that's why we over here, but well, some doubts that they also purchased ArkTheLad here, but some doubts that ArkTheLad's gonna be a Japanese only title here. But yeah. Well, I hope that Activision, but here's a couple of bad news. Activision, another Call of Duty game. Yeah, Activision, how about a Pitfall game? I'm sick of Call of Duty, alright? Let's just flood off the markets here. And, Activision, I want another Pitfall game. Well, anyway, back to the PS4. There's been many reports of red lines of death here, anyway. But there's also a so-called blue line of death, which is an HDMI cable. That's an easy fix here. You just have to maybe, like, there are videos out there that can fix over here, but the blue line of death is not really dead constantly, as you might believe here, but the real issue is the red line of death here. You turn your PS4 on, it turns from blue to white, and it flashes red. It turns to blue, it turns on, turns white, and then it flashes red, and then it goes, turns off here. I really do hope that we don't have this fiasco like we did in the PS3. Alright? If we have, well, that's, if it's applied for pressure, we ain't going for this fiasco of what we had in the PS3. And, Xbox One is out. Of course, they're having issues there too. But Microsoft at least is taking care of its customers. But thus far, Microsoft is taking care of the customers. But Sony's rating says it's only about 0.04%, 0.4% failure rate, which is, but other people are doubting that because of, of course, because of the fiasco we've been through in the last system. So anyway, people are asking me, oh, did I get the Xbox One? I say, nope, not yet. And because if the only game that could be interesting right now is it's Project Spark, which I can get on the PC later on here. So, hope you guys enjoyed your PS4. Also I have to say that the PlayStation 4, like 3 million backlog, and 3 million in back order right now, which is the PS4 is certainly a hot item right now. And Sony, are you listening? And Sony, if you're listening, if these people have all these problems, yeah, you're gonna fix them for free. And the other thing I'm going to talk about is this. Why can't I play CDs or MP3s or play PS1 or PS2 games? Some people, and Sony says, oh, it's just not supported or anything like that here. I have to say this. I mean, if it spins a disc the size of a CD or a Blu-ray or a DVD, it can play a CD. And I do believe it can play MP3s. I think any devices here can play MP3s. Hell, if a 486 can play MP3s. So why can't the PS4? I don't understand. I mean, it's a very powerful thing. And I don't understand why it can't play PS1 games. The PlayStation 1, I mean, it's an archaic thing. Yeah, a 486 can run NES games, alright? So why can't a PS4 run PS1 games? I think it also can certainly run PS2 games. Because, and also we have many PCs today that can run PS3 games with ease. Sony. I don't understand why you want to lock the thing down so much, but I actually heard that, I actually did heard a lot of angry customers say, hey, why can't it play MP3s anyway? I don't understand. I mean, why do we have to be forced to use Music Unlimited by Sony? Like no one uses it. So if that's the case here, I mean, if that's the case, if you are, if you are preventing people from running MP3s or all these formats here because you want people on Music Unlimited, Sony, I'll just stick with my PS3 and play my music there, if that's the case. And there's no way in hell I'm going to Music Unlimited. People are already using, people are already using Spotify and Pandora. I just want to, because I just want to use my MP. I mean, come on. I know you want to have piracy, but walled garden is overkill. And I mean, I know that people are going to hack your system. I know that I'm going to be able to hack your. I know that people are going to hack your system. I mean, if you do it like that, people are just going to hack your system. Alright, speaking of which, Nintendo side, yes, I did buy Mario 3D Land. It's a good game, but not a AAA title here. I give it, like, you know, an 8 out of 10. But one of the most hurting things about Super Mario 3D Land is that there's no level editor. I would love to see a Mario game with a level editor, Nintendo. Really? Are you wired in your brain? Do you still have 1985 wired in your brains, Nintendo? It's going on 2014 now, Nintendo. Many people are now creating stuff online. A lot of people are running Little Big Planet. How many levels have we had Little Big Planet? Like 8 million right now? Nintendo, you really got serious. You really need to, you know, try user-generated content. And why? And I really do hope that Mario Kart 8 is, you know, using a track editor, because I played Mario Kart 7, and you go through these tracks, and the game just gets old, and I play all these tracks, and the game gets old, and like, you know, when every time I have the kids over, I'm like, where is the level editor? And then I go on the internet and I'm saying, why are people hacking their games? The hackers in the games, Nintendo, is because people. I try to do stuff legal in the legality way, but the problem is, you are just so afraid of user-generated content that, you know, oh, copyright infringement is possible things here. So look, Little Big Planet was so successful, and they're still playing it today. And Microsoft's getting into the bunch, so why not you, Nintendo? Put a track editor in Mario Kart 8. And why don't you put maybe an add-on for Mario 3D World that puts a level editor? Ah, Christ. Well, anyway, Nintendo side, I'm probably get some more Zelda games and like this in the future. But that's just my update. Oh yeah, I played Contrast here. Ugh, glitch fest of a game. Oh yeah, there's one time I transferred to a shadow and the game glitched out, and I was like in a free fall, and I wait 5 minutes here to get the thing to response here. I had to go back to that later because the game is like so glitchy, but yep. Contrast glitch fest of a game, but anyway, that's just my update and news. And happy Thanksgiving, everybody. And hope you have a wonderful Christmas. And it's going to be January again. So I have to say, JD out. Turkey, 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 gobble, gobble, gobble.